this is Pixie doing a PO. How are you? Hopefully you're well and great and doing fine. So I guess the markets and the world's changed and more of the same is occurring, so a bit of a downwards trend. So maybe a bit of a make do amend attitude needs to be applied. Maybe pick up some skills to I don't know, do things. I mean, I was thinking the other day about some jeans that got a slight hole in them. I was thinking, well, maybe if I stick a patch behind it or something, I could make it a bit more fashionable. So yeah, that's one of the things. I've got some artwork. I've got my Orgone pyramids. I was thinking about touching them up and sort of improving on them. Maybe do a bit of a gold design on the outside. I do have stuff I can etch into them, but it's a bit difficult on the resin. It could be applying too much pressure, but yeah, because otherwise if you crack it and stuff, it's not so great. Depends if you're going to sort of like emboss the image in some way. So possibly, maybe a way to improve it. Maybe stick some things on the outside. There's all sorts of things. I'd have to have a little think about that one. A small little gains. I mean, there's some things on the if you're looking for sort of crafts, just buying things generally. I mean, eBay, just look out for any little bargains. It's like the prices have dropped because I can't really push high prices if people are not buying. Utilising what I can grow indoors as well, the stuff health benefits. So I've got a prickly pear cactus cutting coming, so I'm going to use that. I might look at other cactuses, ones that are edible and got fruit and all sorts of things. Stuff where there's lots of health benefits. You can grow that indoors, that'd be fine. You know, it might be not possible, maybe not the best environment to grow it in, but it might be worth doing it. Because it's sort of utilising the environment, the space and stuff like that. Investment stuff. Basically, Bitcoin may be considered digital gold, but it's dropping in value, so it is okay long term. A long term play is fine. I mean, the problem is it's never been a short term play unless it's going up in value and you want to just make a small amount. I mean, if you've got a large amount of money, you can make a lot. What would be considered a large gain, because if you buy in when it is pumping, and then you could sell, and then you make X amount depending on what you put in. So if you've got large capital, to matter. But if you're a small investor, you're going to likely ladder in, so put small amounts in over time, and then if it shoots up, you might take that out, or you might sit back and think, well, it's going to go a lot higher. But the problem with that is a lot of it's like FOMO, like this fear of missing out, and people project these ideas like it's going to go to this price, it's going to go to that price, and I see a lot of videos like that, and I basically put my critical thinking hat on, and I'm thinking to myself, no, because there's too many videos on things, and then it comes down to basics analysis. So it's almost like I'm interviewing the currency. So what utilities has it got? What's the background, the function? Where's it going? What's the roadmap? You know, these sorts of things. If I'm going to bring it onto my team, I need to know what's going on with it first, and also, is it worthwhile? What's the long-term goal? Am I happy with the time frame? All these sorts of things. So yeah, just to accumulate things. So I think with NFTs though, they probably are also in that store of value, in that once something's a cultural meme or it's absorbed by the masses and they accept it as something important or whatever, they've raised the value of it anyway, that they can basically, just a little thought then, yeah, basically they got a sort of base level floor price to it, and so if you invested early and it's gone up, which they probably will do over time because they like to consider this digital art, even though they're not exactly the best looking things. It's if they're quirky and you like them, if they've got likability to them, I guess. And yeah, so basically it could be an investment, but they're not going down in price because the price can be changed. So if it drops in value, you can just simply increase the amount of say Ethereum it's worth, or So you can level off the price, and then you can look at the prices around you. And if it's gone up a ridiculous amount, then you can consider what you'd shave off to get a sale out of it. Because somebody will buy it and think, oh well, if I do that, I can market it and then put a few more grand on top of it, or 10 grand, or it'd go up and then I can charge them a lot more. So like Board A per yacht club is like 90,000. Imagine if somebody got in there really early, because I think the actual mint price was probably less than £100. Probably might be £100. I mean, it's gas fees for these things. It can be very expensive. There's a lot of other projects out there, and they also clone projects, so they follow a similar pattern, maybe using the same sort of artwork. They're on a different chain. Back to the thing is what utilities they're bringing into the ring, so to speak, and is it worth getting in? Because they might not go to the same level, but they're likely to make some big gains, because people will see them as a similar project with the same trajectory and go in the same sort of direction and everything else. So yeah, a few projects I've invested in. There was an Board Octopus, Board Octopus Club Labs. So that's one of them. Little octopuses. And I got some islands as well. And you stake them, and they give you a load of tokens. The tokens not worth much at the moment, but I'm getting over 100 something tokens a day, and I'm just going to let them build up. And the tokens are also used to discount into other projects, so other NFT things they bring into the space, basically. Because if you've got a team that's quite dedicated, all they have to do is bring something along that works, and it takes off, and then everything goes up in value. Depends if you like it, so you've got to trust your gut a little bit as well. And yeah, just things with tokens, or they've got these utilities that go in places. Hydra Whale, I was a little concerned because it started to be scammers started to stick their ugly heads out. But it seems alright. They've done a reveal on their phase 3, and basically these NFTs are tied into Bitcoin mining, which is great, because long term they're always going to sustain some financial value. And there's also going to be tokens for holders, for people trading, because as people trade, they're going to go up in price. If you've got something that can make you 50,000 a year, the value of that is going to be a lot more. It's going to be crazy prices. I'm moving over that car. So yeah, I mean, some projects, just let them. I don't have to worry about them. Ooh. There we go. I don't have to worry about them so much. Just let them crack on and run themselves. I'm going to concentrate investing in myself, and that might be condensing some time, like I'm going to go home and probably put YouTube on, but I'll be doing a course for work, and then that course also I'm paid to do that course, and I can squeeze that time in, because if I watch the thing on YouTube and don't do the course, then I've still got to come back to do the course, so it just eats at some other time somewhere else. Dietary stuff, I'm trying to incorporate some fruit and some yogurt and fruit and stuff like that. I don't know if the science is exact on it anyway, and the other thing is, if something stresses the body, you're going to put on weight. That's basically it. So I'm cheating a little bit. I'm adding things that might, like mineral, like vanadium and stuff. It helps with your sugar uptake into your cells. It acts as a sort of supports as a catalyst, I guess, for absorption, liver function. I have the milk thistle, and yeah, that helps keep the organs healthy, and you get the best results, really. And also I've come to learn that people, a lot of things are on spectrums with health, like diabetes, all sorts of stuff, and in time, if you look at the stats, like it's X amount over a certain age have got this disorder, then it's a spectrum type thing in that. in that it'll creep in there. There you go. So sort of managing your health. Sleep's also good. I said about eating bananas. I have to put bananas back on my radar, buy some bananas. They're good for sleep and stuff, that's what they say. Now you've got this tryptophan stuff and some other brain neurochemicals in them, they're quite good. And also just creating the right discipline, mindset. You know, I can talk about these things, but I have to put them into action as well. So plan ahead. Just set a few things up. It's like, right, we want to do this and this today. And if you don't do it, you have to look at it again. Well, why didn't you do it? Taxi rolling back there. There you go. Let's just pick the sign off and I'll speak to you soon. Alright, bye.